Thank the Lord, only 1 week left to go. And well, welcome back to New York Sports WickerMedia. I'm Wa2K99. Thank you, as always, for taking the time to watch these videos. So, as I record this, it is the afternoon after the just delightful Jets versus Browns Thursday night game. You know, I was hanging out with the Virginia Jets fans last night. It was about 15 to 20 Jets fans and about 30 Browns fans. We have a sort of a sister club, brother club, whatever you want to call it, down here in Virginia. Got a whole lot of Cleveland fans. They wanted to join us, so we did. And what followed was about as lifeless and as listless as a collective performance by this entire Jets team as we have seen all year long. Credit to Jermainejohnson, credit to Breecehall, credit to garrettwilson, credit to Greg Zuerlein. Everyone else, every player, every coach, they should donate their game check to charity. A 37-20 loss. Another national TV embarrassment, which as Jets fans, we are very well schooled on. I don't want to hear about the excuses of a short week. I don't want to hear about going on the road. I don't want to hear about, their long, hard-fought victory over that powerhouse team, the Washington Commanders, and that played a role in their fatigue for this game. This is the sixth time this season the Jets have been beaten by 3 scores or more. And if you look over the last 10 years, they have lost double-digit games 4 straight years, and 7 of the last 8 seasons. The only exception, of course, was 2015, which ended in about as heartbreaking a fashion as it can in the regular season. The Jets have one winning record since the AFC Championship game in early 2011. And since the Jets lost that AFC Championship game, they are 76-134. That's a 362 win percentage. Absolutely abysmal. But looking at this game, what have we talked about for months now on this channel? The same problems rear their ugly heads again and again. The lack of preparation, the lack of discipline. It happened again. You look at the first half with the slow starts. And just looking at first downs, the Browns had 17 first downs in the first half. The Jets had 6. The discipline, the Jets had 12 penalties in this game, 26 in the last 2 games, 123 penalties on the year. That's nearly 8 per game, the most in the NFL. But you know what's crazy about this? Now, this is just my opinion. You can agree, you can disagree. That's cool. That's okay. But to me, there is not that huge of a talent disparity between the New York Jets and most other teams in the NFL. When this team's healthy and whatnot, they're up there. They got a good team. They really do. But there is no sport in the world that relies as much on coaching as football does. You have the largest roster. You've got all these specific positions, all these roles, all the rules to keep up on. To me, this is coming down to the coaching. And I got to tell you, I was feeling, after the first 7-8 weeks of the season, feeling very optimistic about Robert Saleh. I thought he was rallying the team pretty well after losing Aaron Rodgers. I felt the team was playing hard for him. And up until recently, I still felt that way. But after what we saw in this game last night, Kevin Stefanski was coaching circles. Jim Schwartz was coaching circles around the Jets' collective coaching staff. It was one touchdown after another, one more infuriating than the next. To see Elijahmoore, the poster child for immaturity, scoring against his old team. To see the Williams brothers not being able to chase down Joe Flacco, who's about as mobile as an oak tree, for a sack. To see Jordan Whitehead whiff on another tackle as jeromeford scores another touchdown. To see cjmosley isolated on davidnjoku for seemingly the whole first half, and the Jets made him look like Antonio Gates, Travis Kelce, Rob Gronkowski, and Tony Gonzalez all rolled up into one. When was the last time the Jets were actually capable of covering a tight end consistently? The Rex days? The Parcells days? The Weeb Eubank days, for all we know? But more than that, I mean, the player who mekhibecton, to see him look completely inept, outclassed, overmatched, to look like not even an XFL caliber tackle. over these last couple weeks. He takes 3 penalties last night. I mean, he takes, oh my gosh, he takes so many penalties. Even there are NHL enforcers who are blushing at him. Gives up another sack. For the year, Becton has allowed 12 sacks, taken 16 penalties, surrendered 50 pressures, all in the bottom 3 of all offensive tackles in the NFL. I miss fat-ass Becton. The only place Mekhibecton blocks people now is on social media, because he sure as hell can't do it on the football field anymore. And with the defense, I got to say this about the defense. I never expected them to be this bad in this game. Joe Flacco being under pressure one quarterback pressure the Jets registered on 30 pass dropbacks to allow him to throw for 309 yards. No passer had thrown for 300 yards against the Jets in over 30 games, not since 2021. Super impressive streak, right? But and think of who the Jets have played in that time. Mahomes, Burrow, Hurts, Herbert, Allen on multiple occasions, Tua on multiple occasions. But no. It was Joe Flacco who killed the streak in one freaking half. Now, I'm not here to kill the defense, even though I am. But it's the same script, the second straight year. Their spirit is shot right now. So I don't want to hear about the people saying, overrated defense. What the hell else are they supposed to do at this point? Their spirit is shot. How badly must Jeff Ulbrich want to strangle the ever-living life out of Nathaniel Hackett right now? Can you imagine those conversations? If I'm Nathaniel Hackett, I make sure when I'm walking around Florham Park, I am avoiding any room where a defensive meeting is taking place at. So let's talk real quick about the 3 plays you may not remember that affected the outcome of the game. So the first play was in the first quarter, just 3 minutes in. It's a 2nd and 11. Cleveland has the ball on the Jets' 35-yard line. And this is Cleveland's first drive of the game. And Flacco puts just this perfect touch pass right over the outstretched fingers of CjMosley. Davidnjoku has to reach back across his body, but he makes the catch. He gets 28 yards, and they go right down to the 7-yard line. That kind of a drive, I know the Jets have a good red zone defense, but the way that play all developed, the touch Flacco had, the catch Njoku had, the touch that Njoku, the catch he was able to make as well, it was pretty impressive. And it's just like, yeah, they're not going to miss Amari Cooper in this game. They're not going to miss him. And the next play turned out to be the first of 2 Jeromeford touchdowns in this game. Play number 2 is the second Cleveland drive of the game. The Jets have tied it up right now at 7-7, feeling pretty good. And the Jets allow 2 consecutive runs by Jeromeford, one for 16 yards and one for 11 yards. I know the narrative is going to be that the Jets allowed over 300 passing yards to Joe Flacco without Amari Cooper, but don't overlook how bad they've been at stopping the run. Since Al Woods went down, this run defense has stunk. I think what they need more than anything on this defense is another defensive tackle to play along Quinton Williams. I like Quentin Jefferson. He was a very, very good free agent signing, but they need a better version of Al Woods, a younger version of Al Woods. Some big nasty boy that you can get maybe in the 6th round or something like that. But Cleveland ran for 4.5 yards per carry in this game, and keep in mind that number comes way down when you factor in garbage time when the Jets knew that Cleveland was going to be running the ball. But those 2 runs right there really established, I think, that Cleveland's offense was going to control the Jets defense as long as they wanted to. To allow double-digit runs in a row, double-digit yard runs in a row, just showed absolute weakness to me by the Jet defense. Play number 3, the Jets have the ball now. It's 20-7. They're trailing. It feels over, but it's not over. But they forced the Njoku fumble. They have it on their own 35-yard line now, so this could be an opportunity. We've seen some glimpses of them being able to move the ball in this game, but they better do something right here. Okay, so what do? First down, breecehall run 2 yards. Second down, incomplete pass. Third down, 3-yard pass to Garrett-Wilson. A 3-and-out coming off a turnover, completely unable to take advantage of a really good opportunity. And after that, they really never got any closer in this game. Yeah, they eventually made it 27-14. But once for me, even though the game felt like it was over very early on, when they could not take advantage, when they couldn't even get a first down off a turnover, you had to know they were done. But but in 10 days from of this recording, they will be done. They play the New England Patriots in Foxborough, and I'm curious. Put this in the comments. What do you want to see happen in this game? Are you more concerned about breaking the streak, the team that the Jets have not beaten in 8 miserable years? Do you want to see that, or do you want the better draft choice? I'm curious to see what Jets fans think about that. Myself personally, damn the draft pick. I want the streak broken. I don't care anymore. I want to send Bill Belichick out of New England if he's actually leaving with the loss. The Jets ended Peyton Manning's career in Indianapolis. I want them to end Bill Belichick's career in New England. That's how I feel. The Jets will still be picking in the top 10 in all likelihood. You know what? Finish this off. Finish it off with a win. Get to the 7 wins, the same as you had last year, and beat New England for a change. Those are my thoughts on the just Thursday night meltdown, the absolute debacle, disaster, garbage. You use the word that you want to. It's all fair game. Bring on the offseason already. And I'll tell you what, Robert Saleh, I don't really care about his sideline demeanor. I want to say this too about this. You know, I'm very disappointed with Saleh over the last couple of weeks, how he has not been able to turn the tide, keep this team going. You know, I don't care if you're screaming on the sideline or if you're a mute. I just care that the players play for you. And I felt like they have, but I felt like over this week, the defense flat out did not show up to play, and that has not been something we've really seen over the course of the season. But again, it's the same script 2 straight years. Why should I believe just because Aaron Rodgers is going to come back that things are going to be different? So, yeah, there is some personnel change needed. I don't think there are as many needs as there typically have been in previous years with the Jets, but the needs that do exist are very blatant and they're very obvious. Defensive tackle is one that I think might get overlooked, but you got to look at it. Obviously, you need multiple new offensive linemen. You need at least one big wide receiver, one really good wide receiver who can play across from Garrett Wilson. You do those things, you're in pretty good shape. Maybe bring in a safety if you want to. You could do that. But it's going to be a very, very interesting offseason. There will be some money getting cleared off the books. So I do have some optimism that there aren't many holes, but they are very, very serious holes. And if they plug them correctly, and I believe that they can, then who knows what might happen. But no matter what players they bring in, I'm still going to have a lot of questions about this coaching staff. Because over the last month, they have created more and more doubt in my mind and in doubts of a whole lot of Jets fans as well. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Man, we'll be recording more. We'll have some more content for you pretty soon. I might have to get into some more baseball, hockey, and basketball in the near future because it's just torture talking about this godforsaken football team and this franchise. But thanks everybody for staying with me. We'll see you, once I'm back in the wicker chair. We'll see you later.